magnetic field for these ancient ruins.
Oh, we meet again. Sorry, but I don't really have time to chat right now. I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking. I should have been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but well, I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible. I shouldn't give up now, but who am I kidding? Maybe I'm not cut out to be a researcher. Maybe I shouldn't have come to the academia in the first place. All I've done is cause trouble for my advisor and classmates. I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students. No, I don't even have the guts to bring it up, and I haven't completely given up yet. To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. If it wasn't for someone who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now. No. All my friends are back home. I'm the only one who got to come study at the academia. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me. I don't even know if they're a person or not. Due to my lack of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out. Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of. My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, and my papers are perfectly written. But that's not all. My flowers are watered, laundry's done, even my broken camera was fixed. I really don't know what's going on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the stars. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. If that's even possible. But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting. I still haven't made much headway on my thesis. Yes, but time's of the essence, so I have to take what I can get. Sorry, I'm just making excuses. But the Wisdom Sealy is truly amazing, and freely shares its endless knowledge. If you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question, and you'll get a response a short while later. one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy. But getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that. All I can do right now is hope that it helps me. Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is, better than doing nothing. Oh, really? But I don't want to take up your time. Sorry for the bother. You're too kind. Okay, let's go give it a try. I've already prepared my question for the Sealy. I just hope it can help me get through this predicament. Among the countless legends surrounding the House of Dana, the Wisdom Sealy is one of the more popular ones lately. It hasn't been around for long, but word of the Sealy's existence spread like wildfire. So, it should probably help me as well, right? I don't know its name, and we have to keep our voices down in the House of Dana. Or else you'll get some scary glares from the Mahamada. Let's split up and ask around about the Sealy. Hopefully someone knows something more.
A moment, if you would. Are you two the famous Traveler and Paimon by any chance?
We sure are! And who are you?
My name is Wikas, a member of the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee. Have you two heard of this festival?
Yep, and that's exactly why we're here.
Is that so? Looks like our advertising is working. Since you're both interested, would you mind if I gave you a brief explanation of the event? So, the Academia Extravaganza is a grand event run by the Academia with a long and storied history. To be precise, it can be divided into the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship. The gala is held annually. During this time, all 6 Darshans will set up booths throughout the city and host guests to showcase the most fascinating aspects of their school, and thus increase their influence. On the other hand, the championship is held once every 4 years. Each Darshan will send a representative to vie for the position of Grand Champion. This year, the gala is being held alongside the championship, so the mood in the city is, as they say, at an unprecedented fever pitch.
Got it! Cool! Thanks a bunch for the detailed explanation!
You're most welcome. Answering questions regarding the Academia Extravaganza is my job. And I actually do have something I would like to ask the two of you.
Huh? Need our help with something?
Well, let me begin by saying that this year's Academia Extravaganza is of utmost importance to us. Lesser Lord Kusanali and the sages came up with a plan for the Academia to recruit talented people from the desert starting next year. As such, we've invited a great number of desert dwellers to take part in this festival, so they can hopefully experience the Academia's atmosphere ahead of time. I've heard that the two of you are famous across both the rainforest and desert. With your participation, especially in the Inter-Darshan Championship, more people will definitely come to appreciate the festival.
Exactly! Or do you mean you want us to join a Darshan? But then we would have to deal with exams and essays and stuff like that.
No need to worry. The championship participants have already been selected. I mean to invite the two of you as guest commentators. Your job will be to observe and record every part of the competition. There's no pressure. Just follow each match and enjoy the festival. Aside from that, we'll also prepare some compensation for your efforts. We won't have you working for free.
sounds like a sweet deal. What do you think?
You can head over to the festival venue later. An organizer there will introduce each participant. Some of them even might be people you recognize. I'll leave it at that for now. So, how about it? Would you like to take this commission?
Wow, having fun while getting paid? This sounds awesome!
The main event venue is at the outskirts of the Citadel of Regzar, and the organizer you're looking for is Karina. Tell her the situation and she'll get you set up. The championship is going to begin soon. I wish you a good experience serving as commentators. If you have any doubts, come find me anytime.
Alrighty, off we go! Excuse me? Have you ever heard of the Wisdom Sealy?
You've come to the right person. I came across this legend not too long ago myself. After hearing about it, I decided to test it out and asked it a question about the brightness of the stars. 2 days later, I got a response. It included 2 pages of detailed and accurate information. It saved me from having to look up a ton of resources.
Really?
Yeah, so I submitted another question a few days ago. I still haven't received a reply, though.
That sounds like what others have said. But I don't have the time to wait for a reply if the Sealy doesn't answer right away. Whatever. Can you please tell me how to submit a question to the Wisdom Sealy?
It's quite simple. Go to the bookshelf over there and find either Theoretical Astrology or a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, I know where those are. My Darshan has us use those 2 books quite often.
Okay, so write your question in a letter addressed to the Wisdom Sealy, and then insert the letter into one of the books. Come back in a day or 2, and if you see a red stamp on your letter, that means the Wisdom Sealy has replied. However, if the stamp never appears, then that means the Sealy doesn't want to answer your question.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go write down my question. Hopefully the Sealy replies.
Please show me your credentials before borrowing books. I hear Mahamatra Sino's on vacation. Shall I take the chance to pay a visit to the office?
Why is the book list he gave me so
Finally, I wrote out my question and put it in the book. Wait, I guess. Let's give it some time. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. I see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright then, let's meet up here tomorrow. I really hope the Sealy replies. Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp. Please let there be a stamp. There's a red stamp on it. the Sealy responded. Fantastic! This is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your questionable motives. Questionable motives? Me? Wait, huh? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right. However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching, and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you nonetheless. Follow the hints I've left, and you will find the answer to your question. Consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the... It's absolutely right about everything. Oh, I'm starting to feel guilty now. I can't deny any of it, but I'm running out of time. Oh, what should I do? Huh? I could tell you're a very kind person, but I never expected that you'd go this far to help me. I'll definitely think of a way to make it up to you once I take care of my thesis. Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it left us. It should be on the second page. The first clue lies hidden on the road of wisdom. The headstrong child finally sees the world for how big it truly is, filled with awe, yet struck with fear. That's it? Not even a picture or any other marking to go off of. This is pretty abstract. What's this road of wisdom and who's the child? Possibly. That sounds like a natural conclusion. So, is the road of wisdom the road that leads to the academia then? Wait, I think I get what it means by the child and awe and fear. When I first left home, it took me days to reach Sumeru City. It was so grand and awe-inspiring. Pictures of the city simply don't do it any justice. After seeing the city, a thought popped into my head. Am I really worthy of this place? Worry, fear, or whatever you want to call it. If I'm connecting the dots correctly, then I think I know where the Sealy is leading us. But how does it know my feelings so well? You have a point. There's nothing special about my background or experiences. Anyway, let's go take a look.
Time to go.
Oh, we should be close. Aw, it's been way too long since I last visited home. No, this isn't the time for that kind of talk. It is. Relying solely on what the silly said might not be viable. Assuming the silly is intentionally linking the clues to my past, so this is a little embarrassing. I was distracted and I didn't notice it at all. The poor thing was sound asleep, and after I stepped on its tail, there were actually more Avidia leopards sleeping nearby, and the good thing someone from the Eremites heard me shouting for help. Yeah, but when I finally managed to calm myself down, it's extremely precious to me. I also had it with me when the Academia conducted its selection exam at my village. I feel much more at ease knowing that I have it with me, but I ended up losing it before I even finished registration at the Academia. Yeah, and that's when I started losing a talisman like that is definitely a bad omen. Oh, sorry. I am starting to ramble again. What were we talking about before? I think we should look around where the Avidia leopards attack if the silly is trying to make me remember things that happened in the past. Aw, hope the silly's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by Avidia leopards. Yeah, that's the only way we'll know for sure. Oh, we should be close. Sure enough, it's here. And in a really obvious place. That pretty much confirms my hunch about the Sealy's intentions. I don't know, but how did it know about all these details? It's not hiding somewhere and spying on me, is it? Anyway, seems like you haven't forgotten about your very first failure. See? I have no idea what's going on. I've placed the second clue where heaven meets water. Just as I thought. If the first clue was any indication, most Ratawa's research is related to studying the stars. And, let's just say there's another devastating and unforgettable failure I had. But that can't be helped, right? Let's keep moving. We're here. That's the spot. That's where I performed my first field observation after enrolling at the Academia. Everything was ready to go and I was positive that I'd be able to get some great data. But But the equipment was a little heavy and I didn't notice that the ground was muddy and some spots were unstable. After I finished setting up everything, part of the ground suddenly shifted and my equipment started teetering over. I rushed over to grab hold of it, but I ended up tripping over another piece of equipment. The next thing I knew, everything was covered with muddy water. Oh, me and all my equipment. You must be wondering how someone can be so clumsy. Thank you for understanding. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. I just got to pay off the damages to the equipment. Bingo. Oh, after all, of course. I've even, I don't mean that I'd be, although, and that's exactly why they must. Anyways, let's continue looking for the next clue. That place downstream could be some... Here, it's over here. Let's see. Have you... Well, of course. How else could I be reading this message? They're actually getting... I don't know if the clues are fun. Don't say that. Anyway, this is the place that immediately came to mind when the hint mentioned a crossroad. I came here to conduct some astrological observation once, but just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. They were a group of treasure hoarders. Not exactly. Someone with a vision should... However, I didn't know how. Then I ran away. I scrambled toward... Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventures I ran into along the way. It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back, I don't know if the family only lost their belongings in the end, or if something worse happened. Oh, I faced a lot. I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver? Oh, thank you for trying to comfort me, but it's just as the silly You're right. We're probably getting close now. Let's search this area. just as I thought. Let's see what we have. Huh? It's, guess not. This house looks like it's in Vimara Village. Does the Seelie want us to go there? I can't think of any connection I have with Vimara Village, though. Whatever. Thanks, but I'm fine. Let's see. This should be the place. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Maybe the Seelie didn't prepare any. If we're wrong about this, it'll be. You're right.
Coming! Just a moment. Oh, it's you, Layla. How nice of you to stop by again.
Do you know me?
That's no way to greet a friend. Of course I know. Is this a friend of yours? Or
A friend. I don't know either. I recognized him in me, but he should know. Yeah, but even if he saw me...
is something the matter?
I appreciate your kindness, but I really can't remember how we met.
So you aren't joking? Do you still remember when my family and I were being robbed by a gang of treasure hoarders?
Yes, but I don't think I was of much help to...
How so? You told us everything yourself the last time we met. My family and I were surrounded by treasure hoarders, and I didn't know what to do. But then, we heard people approaching in the distance. Those treasure hoarders were the first to hear them coming and started to flee the moment they sensed the situation wasn't going their way. I wasn't sure what had happened, but the treasure hoarders were scared off. I immediately grabbed my wife and child and got out of there.
Oh, I see.
I thought it was a party of adventurers that happened to pass by, but later you told me that you had spotted us and ran to find help. You were amazing. You managed to keep a level head even in the midst of danger. I know you have a vision, so those treasure hoarders wouldn't have been a match for you. But they might have harmed me and my family if their backs were pushed against the wall.
Wait, that's not exactly what happened.
It's been some time.
Nope. I'm sorry.
You came over and ate with us, and you played games with my son. If only we had taken a picture. Oh, you forgot a package here from that visit. Wait here, I'll go fetch it.
A package? Wait, this is it. This is the talisman that I lost, the one that my mother made for me. Yes, this is definitely it. To Layla? No, I swear I've never done any... Hello, Layla. Self-reflection is a wonderful quality. Failure is a stranger to no one. If you're reading this letter, on the back of this letter, I hope that this journey has provided insight for your life ahead. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you courage as you carry onward, and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold. Always watching over you. Sincerely, the Wisdom Seelie. Oh. I thought we were going to fail. I thought that everything we did and all the time we spent, the Seelie wasn't messing with me after all. I doubt it. I mean, unless I somehow came here while I was unconscious and don't remember it. Although, having said that, I have heard rumors claiming that I sleepwalk a lot. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually the... I'll write back and ask to meet with the Sealy and see how it responds. If it wasn't for your encouragement, I probably would have quit halfway through and holed up in the...
I'm not sure if I understand what has happened, but it's something good, right?
Yes, it's something really, really good and...
Well then, since you're already here, why don't you stay and have something to eat?
Oh,
Come on, don't be a... You must relax and gather...
alright. Thank you all.
There is a lot of great